Do you get nervous before job interviews? If you do, don't worry. We're going to help calm your nerves by giving you some phrases to sound even better than a native during your job interview. I'm Emily from ChatterFox, and during this video you're going to learn exactly what to say during your job interview in English. So to begin, let's meet Ana. Ana is a graphic designer from Brazil, and she wants to interview for a full-time job here at ChatterFox. So Ana is nervous for her interview, but she has been studying a lot of natural expressions in English and English pronunciation, so she is ready for her interview. So let's take a look at what Ana says in her interview with the hiring manager at ChatterFox, Kathy.
Hi, Anna. I'm Kathy, the hiring manager here at ChatterFox. How are you?
It's nice to meet you, Kathy. Thank you so much for taking the time to interview me today.
Sure thing. Please take a seat.
Thank you.
Did you catch what Ana said to Kathy at the beginning of the interview? Ana said, "It's nice to meet you, Kathy. Thanks so much for taking the time to interview me today." It's nice to meet you, Kathy. Thanks so much for taking the time to interview me today. This is a great phrase to use at the beginning of your interview. It's very formal and very polite. So let's practice it together to get the correct word stress on this phrase. So, when you practice with me, I want you to use your hand to stress the important words of the sentence, just like I do. It's nice to meet you, Kathy. Thanks for taking the time to interview me today. Great, so let's practice that again. The words will appear on the screen. The stressed words will be in red.
It's nice to meet you. Thanks so much for taking the time to interview me today. It's nice to meet you. Thanks so much for taking the time to interview me today. It's nice to meet you. Thanks so much for taking the time to interview me today.
Great job. So, now let's take a look at the first thing that the hiring manager, Kathy, asks during her interview.
Sure thing. Please take a seat.
Thank you.
So, Anna, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I'm originally from Brazil, and I've been in the United States about 5 years now, and I have about 3 years of experience as a freelance designer. Now I'm looking for a full-time job as a graphic designer.
Oh, Brazil. Nice. I've always wanted to visit there.
Oh, yeah, you should. It's beautiful.
Yeah, hopefully someday.
Did you catch Kathy's question and Anna's reply to her question? Kathy asked, "Tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me a little bit about yourself." This is a very common way to start an interview in English because it's the hiring manager's way of getting to know you a little bit better before you start the interview. However, the hiring manager is probably wondering about your professional life, not about your personal life. So it's a good idea to answer this question by talking about your background professionally. For example, where you come from, maybe what you studied, and your professional experience. It may not be a good idea to talk about your personal life, such as what you like to do for fun, or how many kids you have. So, Susan's response to this question was perfect. Susan talked a little bit about herself and where she's from. What she said was,
Okay, so I'm originally from Brazil, and I've been in the United States about 5 years now. I have about 3 years of experience as a freelance graphic designer, and now I'm looking for a full-time job in graphic design.
So now let's practice this phrase using the correct word stress, and I will use myself as an example. So the words will appear on the screen, again, with the stressed words in red. Okay, so I'm originally from Michigan, and I've been in DC for about 8 years now. I have 7 years of experience as a teacher, and now I'm looking for a job as a school principal. Okay, so I'm originally from Michigan, and I've been in DC for about 8 years now. I have 7 years of experience as a teacher, and now I'm looking for a job as a school principal. So, there are a few things about this phrase that I want to point out that you can use to make you sound a little more natural when you're speaking in English. The first thing I want to point out is at the beginning of the sentence, when Anna says, okay, so, this is a good way to start a sentence to make it sound more conversational instead of like a robot. The other important part of this expression that I wanted to point out was the use of the word now at the end of the expression, I've been in the United States for about 5 years now. I've been in the United States for about 5 years now. The use of the word now at the end of this phrase makes it sound a little more natural and conversational than simply saying, I've been in the United States for 5 years. So now let's practice this expression using your own information for your job interview.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. Okay, so I'm originally from, and I've been in the United States for about years now. I have about years of experience as a, and now I'm looking for a.
Great job. Now you can tell a hiring manager about yourself even better than a native. Are you ready to see the rest of Anna's interview with ChatterFox's hiring manager? Great, let's take a look.
So tell me, Anna, why do you want to work for ChatterFox?
Well, I'm interested in working for ChatterFox because I like your mission of helping people speak better than a native, and I also see a lot of opportunity for growth at ChatterFox in the long term.
Okay, great. I'm glad to hear you're thinking about staying here long term. We love holding on to good people.
Did you catch Kathy's next question to Anna? Kathy's next question was, why are you interested in working at ChatterFox Fluency? Why are you interested in working at ChatterFox Fluency? And Susan's response was,
Well, I'm interested in working for ChatterFox because I like your mission of helping people speak better than a native, and I also see a lot of opportunity for growth at ChatterFox in the long term.
okay, so there are a few expressions that Anna uses in her answer to this question that make her sound even better than a native. The first one is, I like your mission of helping people speak better than a native. This is a great way to let the hiring manager know that you, first of all, know about the company, and second of all, feel some kind of passion about the work that they're doing. So let's practice a few more examples, and then you'll practice with your own information for your next job interview.
I like your mission of providing healthy products to people. I like your mission of giving financial services to diverse communities. I like your mission of developing new technologies to help people. Okay, now it's your turn. Say it with me, but with your own information for your next job interview. I like your mission of. Great job.
Now let's take a look at the second part of Anna's response to this question about why do you want to work for ChatterFox Fluency? Anna said, I see a lot of opportunities for growth at ChatterFox in the long term. I see a lot of opportunities for growth here. So, this is a great phrase to use because it communicates to the hiring manager that you want to stay at the company for the long term. Hiring managers love to keep great employees at the company for a long time. So, when you use this phrase, you communicate that you want to stay at the company for a long time. So let's practice this phrase together to get the word stress correctly. I see a lot of opportunities for growth here. I see a lot of opportunities for growth here. I see a lot of opportunities for growth here. Great. Now you can answer that question even better than a native. So let's take a look at the next question that Kathy asks to Anna.
Okay, so Anna, my last question for you is, why should we hire you?
Okay, well, I think I'm a good match for this position because I have a lot of experience with similar projects, and I'm a team player, so I think I will work well with your current team.
Well, that is great to hear. We need people to work as a team here at ChatterFox.
Did you catch the next question? The next question was, why should we hire you? Why should we hire you? And Anna's response was perfect. Anna said,
Okay, well, I think I'm a good match for this position because I have a lot of experience with similar projects, and I'm a team player, so I think I will work well with your current team.
So, there are a few key phrases in Anna's response that make you sound even better than a native when you say them at the job interview. The first one is this term, good match. Good match means that the company is a good fit for you and you're also a good fit for the company.
Okay, now it's your turn. Say this phrase with your own information. I think I'm a good match because... Great job!
The next phrase that Anna uses that's great for an interview is the phrase team player. She says she is a team player, which means that she's willing to work well with others and collaborate. Hiring managers love team players because they are always great assets for a company when they have to work together with other people. So, if you want to market yourself to the hiring manager, you should use this term, team player. I am a team player. Great. So now let's take a look at the end of the interview.
So that's all I had for today. Do you have any questions?
Oh, yeah, I wanted to know if you need any help with video editing because I do have some experience with that too.
Oh wow, that's great. Yeah, I'm sure our content team can always use a hand with video editing. Did you have any other questions?
No, that was all. Thanks again for your time. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I hope to hear from you soon.
Yes, of course, and thank you so much for taking the time to come in today. We'll be in touch soon. Take care.
Did you catch what Anna said at the end of her interview? She said, "Thanks again for your time. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I hope to hear from you soon." So let's practice those phrases together with the correct word stress. Thanks again for your time. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks again for your time. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I hope to hear from you soon. Congratulations! Now you can speak even better than a native at your next job interview. Do you have any other job interview questions that you want help answering? Post them in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to learn more about speaking better than a native.